Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal on a roll with Tim Poole's video that I'm linking to below. And he's talking about enforcement and when did they get involved, are they going to investigate every miscarriage? And from having studied so many criminal abortion deaths, the Sisyphean Journal and my Real Choice blog, the earliest abortion I have a record for was clear back in colonial times. And typically it would have to be something drawing attention to a woman who winds up hospitalized or dead because of the botched abortion. Doctors who kept their nose clean probably aren't going to get caught. They're going to, make up a reason why she's in, why she's having a procedure. Just say she's coming in for a pelvic exam, a first trimester abortion, just slurp it right out. Methotrexate can be prescribed for a whole lot of different reasons other than as an abortion pill. So before legalization, 90% of women were finding doctors to do their abortions, and that comes from Planned Parenthood. The 1955 Planned Parenthood Conference on Abortion in America, and the same results were found by Nancy Howell Lee, an independent researcher. So two different pieces of research done by different people separately came up with about 90% doctors. There will be fewer unintended pregnancies because if you read Kristen Luker's excellent Abortion and the Decision Not to Contracept, Taking Chances, Abortion and the Decision Not to Contracept, women are a lot more careless with birth control when they know they can just pop off to Planned Parenthood and have Junior slurped out and chucked into biohazard. And we're seeing it now after the Dobbs decision. Women are going, I'm not going to have sex with anybody who hasn't had a vasectomy. Gosh, maybe you should have been that way before. It wouldn't I'm going to wind up killing a baby have been a deterrent. But what would happen is the woman would wind up in the hospital or dead, and somebody would report it. Now, yes, often the doctor would put something fake on the death certificate, but these abortion deaths were reportable crimes. You were a mandated reporter. Undertakers would report it. Police would report it. Doctors would report it. Nurses would report it. And also angry family members would report it. Some guy didn't know his wife was pregnant and she bleeds out and he finds out it was a botched abortion. He hates the son of a bitch who did this to his wife. He's going to report it. We've had, mothers reporting their daughters dying, sisters reporting their sisters dying, people reporting a cousin, a friend, a neighbor. But typically it's going to be the botched abortion that gets attention. So this is going to motivate them to up their game quite a bit, because under legalization, the stuff you see would curl your hair. Hand holders or janitors administering general anesthesia. No emergency equipment on the site. Nobody whose CPR certification is up to date. Leaving the woman unmonitored in the recovery room and not noticing until 20 minutes later that she's stopped breathing. The kind of stuff that goes on when abortion's legal, and you can figure the worst that's going to happen is that the pro-lifers are going to raise stink about it. No, who listens to us anyway, right? Oh my God, Operation Rescue is going to post it on their website. Oh, I'm horrified. They don't care. The Kermit Gosnells who get prosecuted are so rare, it's ridiculous. When you look at the level of malpractice and you think these guys don't get prosecuted, it boggles the mind. There was a case in Chicago, manner of death, homicide. This doctor slashed up this young woman internally. He left an instrument embedded in a tear in her uterus. She was too weak to walk. He put her in a wheelchair and literally shoved her out the door. She bled to death. Manner of death, homicide, and they did nothing to him. Who cares? It was legal. You're not going to get away with that if abortion's illegal. You kill that woman, you're in trouble. And that's why the abortion lobby is so scared, because they'd have to up their game. They'd have to stop with the nobody knows CPR. We don't have a crash cart. We're too cheap to hire an anesthesiologist. All this stuff that they've been getting away with for the last 50 years would grind to a screeching halt, and that terrifies them. The woman's survival, the woman's safety, that's icing on the cake. That is not their priority. Their priority is they don't want to go to jail if they botch this abortion and she winds up in a coma, or she winds up dead, or she winds up needing an emergency hysterectomy and then they get caught botching it. That's what this all boils down to.